fuel, give me fire, give me double shot and
Hello everyone and welcome to race number 2 of the season of the NNSCRA Spectrum Cup Series 4 season number 8. We got to see Michael Norman take the checker flag for the Daytona 500 not too long ago, a few days ago rather. So let's get it down for today's starting lineup here at Atlanta. On the pole, rookie Andrew Davis. Next to him, we have Sam Oskin 3rd, Kyle Matthews 4th, Jackie Tang 5th, Chris Dollarson 6th, Mitchell Collins 7th, Zach Flickinger 8th, Stephen Colon 9th, Jesse Turkley in top 10, Dylan Thrill, Michael Norman. Going to start this race in the 12th position as your 500 winner. Here's the rest of your starting lineup from rest of the field behind the top 10 on back. And on the final row, we have Amanda Evans and Jonathan Zorlin. Now, I know we're mainly the drivers finished on Daytona. Really doesn't help a whole lot out from the race, of course. Minus the drivers who were leading the laps there. But, of course, as mentioned, Norman getting the win, Monaco, Sanford, Rain, all right within the mix. So, not really a major surprise in the point standings, but I guarantee you once we get to race 2 and race number 3, that's where everything can change and have a whole different story. So, should be interesting to see what will happen all together for today's race. We have a 49-lap event that will take play. This will be kind of packish, but you'll see a lot of 3-wide racing for the most part. Possibly some 4-wide. That's where it obviously will not look good if they do. And pit stops will be taking play during this race. So that is at least a good sign altogether. So we are about ready to get the command very soon, not too long from now. So we're going to go on the track side to get the command to fire the engines, and should be an interesting race altogether. So without further ado, enjoy today's feature presentation.
Drivers, start your engines!
There's the command. We are about ready to let loose for a crazy, crazy race altogether. And a problem for Stephen Colon in the 31 and Levi McIntyre in the 99. 2 cars have blown the motor. Oh, my word. They're actually going to try. Oh, and problems for the pole sitter. Oh, my God. 3 cars didn't get going. So now Kyle Matthews will be the unofficial pole driver. I've never seen that before. 3 drivers with issues. 2 with a blown motor, and 1 didn't even get started. But pace cars coming down pit road. This will be probably one of the wonkiest starts. Green flag. We're underway here in Atlanta. Now, there is a rumor next season that we may go to a different Atlanta for next season for this series and for the upcoming NRSL season coming up. Possibly. No official word yet, but they will still be the throwback race weekend for the NRSL series. Kyle Matthews will lead lap number 1. Now, Matthews had a really good car at Daytona. Will stay within the top 15 throughout the majority of the race. And had a really good day altogether until the lap car kind of came in and ruined the opportunity for the 5 car there. So Matthews trying to brake to see what can happen. Davis on pit road right now. And Stephen Colon out of the race, as too is Levi McIntyre. Davis 1 lap down. As of what we speak, tough break for the pole sitter rookie. Speaking of rookies, Laura Chung in the 2. Already making some quick work during that Miller Lite Ford. And now Vince Freeze. Roberto Crown Jr. as Chung's going to lead that lap. I'll tell you what, Laura Chung's actually been leading some laps for the rookies and has had the most laps led out of all of the rookie drivers here for this season. So, great to see that right there for that Miller Lite team there, trying to do what they can to make themselves known in the series. Now you got Seth Cole, Dylan Young, a couple of NNSCRA members on the middle and inside line. Charles Saffer in that Square D Chevrolet also working his way through the field. And about 4 wide for the lead. Gonna settle back out to 3 and 2 wide. Don't blame him right there for getting out of there with Seth Cole in the 24. Nice move by Roberto Crown Jr. also to let the 24 on in as well. Now turn 1's gonna be the obvious trouble spot here for this racetrack, but we have seen instances in the past come off of turn 3 and 4 as well, so good to see there. I believe Davis also out of the race, and that is indeed the case, a header issue. So 3 cars with issues just like that and are all out of the race due to engine issues and a header. That's a tough blow. See if we can find it here where exactly it said that all 3 engine damage right there. McIntyre, Cologne, and Davis. Diego Yepes, look at that, going around his old ride that he won the championship in, now taking the lead. Here comes, now to the inside line, Jonathan Zorlin. These cars, I'm telling you, not being able to hold that middle, or that low line there to block, and they just keep sliding up there. Not really a good sign for these drivers that are coming into this race. I guarantee you when these pit stops do come around, which will be a little bit after the halfway point, that's when we'll see some strategy really kick in by these drivers. And you want to time your pit stop really, really good if that is a matter, if we do get green flag pit stops. However, if a caution comes out, anything can really change within these drivers. And hopefully I'd like to see a good long green flag run like we did at Daytona there. So that was really a good sign when we were at the 500. They had a good long green flag run coming into that race, a little bit past halfway, nearing 10 to go. And then the wreck took play, and unfortunately also to a driver had flipped at that point. And, well, you kind of get the gist how that went out. Speaking of the driver that flipped in that race, Brad Crawford, right now on that outside line there in middle rear pack there. And that Oakland Home Chevrolet definitely had one of the stranger wrecks we've seen in Spectrum, let alone in using this mod in general. He just got tipped over thanks to all the contact. Flipped over once, landed back, and kept driving away. So really good sign right there. Cody Smart probably looking for an advantage after what happened with that miscue on pit road with the first race of the year. So far, not too shabby there in that UPS Ford. Still, because it's a 20-race season, anything can still really happen early on, and momentum can definitely swing for some of the drivers who definitely did not finish well in that Daytona 500. So that is one thing to keep in mind for some of these guys. And drivers like Cody Smart in the 88, drivers like Allison Rain in the 15, drivers like Dylan Thoreau in the 40. Some of those drivers that really got screwed out of that because of those strategy calls there, they are looking for redemption there. Jackie Tang, who also almost had a chance to win the Daytona 500. Having a really good run so far early on here in this race, and that has been a good sign. And you can tell that Daytona momentum has really kicked into this race. Let's go on board with one of the drivers in the rear of the pack. Let's go on board with Roberto Crown Jr. and you look at the view of the Budweiser Chevrolet. And you can tell they're keeping themselves a really good 3 wide. They're not really being too aggressive to go forward above, but I'll tell you what though, you've seen how some of these drivers can do. They can go 4 wide at the wrong place at the wrong time, and a wreck can really take play there. So it's really something to see there. And Crown Jr. looking for a good run after what happened at Daytona with him as well. Another driver looking for a good run. He got involved in that wreck too at the 500 is Seth Cole. He's actually working his way back to the front of the pack there in that DuPont Chevrolet. Charles Sanford and Michael Norman, the 1-2 from the Daytona 500 just not too long ago. Side by side for the lead. Kind of funny when you see an Elliott Sadler car winning the Daytona 500 with Norman. It's hard not to believe that Norman, he's been involved in NNSCRA competition for quite some time, and he finally got it done in this series. That's something that really shows he's come quite a long way there in that Motorcraft Ford there, so no surprise, having a really good run right now. Aaron Macklin, car 36. His second stint, first race in, really good in that MM's Pontiac there, so that's a good sign there. He's had some good progress. Now it's just a matter of the fact that he's got to stay out of trouble, and he will be A-OK. Next race after this, we'll head over to Auto Club for a good little showdown over there. That'll be some really crazy racing altogether. Tell you what, though, that 93 car, Zach Winkle, actually really is showing a way to keep himself up in the front of the pack yet again. Because behind him earlier was Yepes. Lost out on him, and now Lane Sanders going to the point. Keep an eye on Winkle, folks. Could be one to keep an eye on throughout the season as it goes. Now Sanders going to get in the point. Sky Commons going for that lead. Here comes James Ellison, the 25. You got to feel for Cologne. Remember, this was Stevens' bride last season. Had a very terrific season at that time in the 25. Was running really good. No wins, but was amazingly consistent there with the way how they were running all together. So that shows you that 25 team can know how to drive. Now here comes Bishop, Brad Crawford, Sam and Oskin all within that inside line right there. Quentin Moore as well. I'll give credit to the drivers as known. Ever since we've seen that little 4 wide that happened a little early in the race, they've kept themselves away from that 4 wide scenario. They've kept themselves in a 3 wide gist throughout most of this area. Either that or double wide at the most. So that is a very good sign. They're not wanting to be outrageously aggressive there. So that is very good there. Had a little bit of a lag spike there. My apologies, folks. We're getting near halfway to this race there. I'm going to let my frames take a little bit of a rest right here. Don't worry, folks. You're not going to miss a whole lot here in the action. Quentin Moore and Cole Deaver out in front as Cody Smart's going to soon probably take the lead. Not going to miss much there. We'll take you back in just a few minutes. Welcome back. You have not missed much. Amanda Evans out in front right now ahead of the 43 of Jonathan Zorlin and Jessica Shelton in that 9 car. Also forgot to mention, too, when we were going to go through the race, there is a hometown hero for this race weekend, and that is actually the 3 of Cole Deaver, and also failed to mention Michael Norman, hometown hero for Daytona. So that was my apologies there. I totally forgot to mention that there, but regardless, though, Deaver trying to represent for the Atlanteans here. Remember everything that's happened very recently. Be great to see him get a win, and to my memory, I don't think there's anybody else that's from the Atlanta area that's in this field. Drivers should be making pit stops very soon within the next few laps, though. As you see, we are past halfway. And when these drivers come down, you'll know when you see a dive coming down and everyone moving on up. But Amanda Evans, been keeping her pace, has led more than a lap. And, oh, trouble! RJ Bishop around the 97! Forget green flag conditions of pit stops. That will probably be a yellow flag. No caution, actually. Quinn Moore, RJ Bishop, and Cody Smart. And drivers are coming out pit road. They thought the yellow flag came out. Oh, now the yellow flag's out. That was odd. No yellow flag came out. And then the yellow flag came out. But Amanda Evans out in front, and the drivers came down pit road. Oh, they got to get going now. Again, I apologize, folks, for I have no idea why my frames are dipping down at this moment, but Regardless, though, these drivers are coming down pit road, and they're going to be getting some service. Looks like the drivers who did not get involved in that accident that came down pit road, they're going to be out and away. Thank goodness for them. Everyone's coming down, every single driver, so we will have some damaged cars. That is a guarantee, and they will probably be a lap down if they're going to continue, so eyes will be kept on the 26 of Evans, because she was the leader coming to the line. And a fun fact about Amanda, she's actually never won a race on, or actually, no, I think she did win a race in this series. I was going to say on the channel, and looks like Jonathan Zorlin may be the leader after the cycle of pit stops there, I think. Either that or it's Amanda Evans, the 26, but out in the way goes to 26. Hopefully everyone getting their service. No issues on pit road. That's a good sign right there. But a couple cars that really took the blow. I think it is, yeah, Zorlin is going to lay them down, but I think he's making an indication of coming back down again. Not too certain. I think the drivers that got involved are out of the race. And Zorlin, for the reasons coming back down pit road, must have had a black flag for a penalty there. I'm not too sure, but Evans will be out in front. Let's go take a look at ourselves our first caution of today's race here at Atlanta. Well, here's a look at ourselves our first caution of today's race. You've seen it, folks. I mentioned about that 4 wide, and you see it right there. They just got in that 4 wide, and you seen Qualls just got into RJ Bishop, and that's hard racing right there. Nothing you can do. And Qualls trying not to dump him, and just slid right there into Quentin Moore and Cody Smart. Nowhere to go. Cole Deaver somehow got by the accident, barely by the skin of his teeth. Had a little scrape on the right rear, but he will be okay. Oh, and Yepes. Holy cow, how did he not get involved too? I will never know, but definitely Quentin Moore and Cody Smart, instant bystanders, and all 3 of the drivers that mainly got involved are out of the race. Tough break right there, and Cody Smart got a feel from pit road issue that happened. Bad communication on that one, and this one just instantly got taken out in that one. Seth Cole also got very lucky he didn't cause an accident going all the way down to the apron that far deep and managed to keep the car in one piece. So that's a good sign right there for the DuPont Chevrolet there. But same for Nick Breen in the 1 and Dylan Young in the 92. Look at how crazy they were coming off of turn 3. And the part that amazed me there is they wrecked. The caution did not come out because these drivers are coming off of turn 4 at such a very quick pace. And they disappeared. The NNSCRA officials thought, now's the time to throw the L. So, I don't know why. Very big confusion, but as they say, I don't make the rules. Caution's out. Amanda Evans out in front. Take it back to the green. Pace cars give us the 1 lap to go. Out of the race after that one include RJ Bishop, Cody Smart, and Quentin Moore. Jonathan Zorlin, who went down pit road after taking the lead from the first cycle, went back down to get extra service, and he will be in the tail end of the pack. So, everyone is up to speed, no damage. Top 10 run now back to Green Flag Racing will be Amanda Evans, Michael Norman, Alexander Rowe, Kyle Matthews, Eric Monaco, Jessica Shelton, Dylan Thoreau, Eric Burton, Zachary Fitzwater, and Jesse Turner. That completes the top 10. Pace car diving back down pit road. Again, I have no idea why my frames are dropping. My deepest apologies, folks. But Green Flag back underway. They were single file for the most part. Now the 500 champion. Look at the inside for the lead. Comes Michael Norman. Look at Alexander Rowe, the 27. Looking to try and get a win for that 27 team. They're trying to do whatever they can. Get that win. Rowe has got the lead. Now here comes Eric Mock on the 4. Now that caution is out of the way, they'll probably be, for the most part, double. Maybe 3 wide at the most, but now there's going to be a bit of separation of Zorlin. Oh, man, more issues for that Cheerios Dodge. He went back down pit road, and a little bit of issues for Lane Sanders, Roberto Crown Jr. in the 8. Not too sure what is the case, but he just can't seem to get up in front of the pack. And from what I'm seeing, no idea to what it is. Wow, Crawford had apparently had damage repair halt due to the pace car, which, well, that's the first time I've ever seen that. Nothing on the 8. Interesting. That car just can't get up there to that pack, trying to pass positions there. So that's really going to hurt Roberto Crown Jr. in this race. As a couple cars scraping that wall on the outside line. Dylan Thoreau leading that field. Old Deaver doing the same as well. And I said earlier about how they're not going to be 3 wide. Well, I stand corrected. Look at this here. They're going back to that pack race in the 3 wide. Looks like for the most part, right where Sky Common's at in the 32. That's about the drivers going for the win. I have no idea what's happened to Crown Jr. Like as mentioned, that car just, it is not up there. And I guarantee he's going to be kicking himself there. Unless he can bank on a caution of some sort. I really don't know what to think. Speaking of Brad Crawford, look at that 33 car. Getting his way up to the front of the field, going to get kicked up to the middle. And Sam and Oz getting now to the point. They're catching up to Jonathan Zorlin in the 43. That's what I think Crown Jr. is banking on at this point. Is the 43 is just going to hold him up enough. The 8 car gets in. They could probably battle for that win. Whoa! Chris Dollarton and Laura Chung got a little bit of contact coming on the back straight there and almost got into an accident. Good save by both the drivers there. And here they are as they're about catching the 43 of Jonathan Zorro. This should be interesting to see how Sam and Oskin and others are going to be able to deal with the 43. When and where will they get up to him? And, yep, that's what I thought. Going to block him on the inside line, try to hold his lap, or at least not be another lap down there. And now Shelton trying to go around Oskin. Nope, 3 wide for the lead. That did not help Crown Jr. at all. That just made absolutely nothing. Nada. However, that is going to allow Zorlin to get into the pack. Even though it'll be 2 laps down, he can play spoiler for the rest of the race there. It can help Benjamin Miles and Christian Vargas if he could please us too. Eric Burton, the 7. Oh, got kicked up to the middle. Zach Flickinger now looking for 3rd. Gonna hop on the spectator angle for a little bit here. You can see obviously the middle line's like the weakest line right there. Just can't get any momentum. You could pass cars in the high line, but you won't be able to pass that inside. No problem at all. It's just too many issues. As we're now less than 10 to go. Anything can really happen in this race there. And oh boy, that kind of got me for a second. Eric Burton, Sam Oskin, and Jesse Term almost put Cole Deaver in a 4-wide scenario. And I can only imagine what could have happened there. A couple cars scraping that outside wall there. Look at Laura Chung in the 2. Once again, up to the point. Really trying to hit her marks when to get up to the front of the field there is that Miller Lite Ford. Now Jesse Turner, Austin LaPlante working their way to the inside line. Macklin trying to throw a block, couldn't do so. They're trying to make their timing on the block, and they just can't seem to get anything in particular. And that's a tough break there for some of these drivers that are just trying to do whatever they can to get up there and try to go for that win. Now LaPlante, nope, Seth Cole, 3 wide for position. Here comes the DuPont Chevrolet. Oh, Turner almost rim-rided the wall there, and that would have been really bad for that Caterpillar Dodge. And that's what you got to be careful, because it's happened before in the past, not only with these cars, but these drivers where they can just get up into that wall, and they'll wall ride off one of the turns, and they'll lose so much momentum. So they know they got to be really careful here coming off the turns. And Eric Burton again almost got put in another 4 wide. Michael Norman's trying really hard to go for 2 in a row in that Motorcraft Ford. But if he gets that lead, he better play some really strong defense from here on out. Once again, here comes the Motorcraft Ford going for the lead. And here comes Deaver in the 3 looking for 3rd. Trying to do it for Dale there. Trying to do whatever he can. Trying to think he could go old 2000 on him there. Norman's got the top position. Deaver to 2nd. Wow, as Tang and Monaco made a little bit of contact there. They actually held on. And they're going to go 4 wide for 3rd. Here comes Deaver. Oh, he just got the lead. And somehow they are going to make that 4 wide work. But Sanders got in the wall. No yellow flag. That's what Deaver was banking on right there, but no yellow flag, and it just separated the pack a bit. Here comes Dollarton, Fitzwater, and Thoreau. And Ace Wild. This is where you're going to see that crazy racing really going to kick in there. Oh, Commons got squeezed in the 32. There they go. Commons into the wall. No caution. No caution. You got to be kidding me. Sanders and Evans had to avoid all the mess as we're about to approach white flag here at Atlanta. 1 to go. Here comes Thoreau. Here comes Tang. Tang looking for the lead in that Texaco Havoline Ford. Here comes Ace Wild and Christian Vargas. Oh, Tang left the inside open. Wild's going to make a move. Ace Wild, his 2nd ever race. Side by side with Tang. Who's going to get the line? Here comes more. It's going to be... Looks like Tang, and it is... Wild somehow. Ace Wild edged out Jackie Tang and Christian Vargas. Wow, what a finish. Norman, your 500 winner, is going to come away 4th, and Aaron Macklin, career best, 5th place finish for that M&M's Pontiac. So let's get the rest of your top 10 results there. Dylan Thoreau will come away 6th. James Qualls will end up 7th. 8th for Diego Yepes. 9th for Zachary Fitzwater, completing top 10. Cole Deaver. It's actually, curiously, look at what happened to Sky Commons in the 32. Just to see what the heck even happened. Because I know he got put 4 wide. Oh, Zorlin, yeah, he just got pinched. And how it was only a 1-car incident, I will never know. Dylan Young guy, extremely lucky. Wow, Evans and Sanders literally had to split the 32 down the middle just to avoid that mess. But that'll do it here at Atlanta. Ace Wild going to celebrate his first career win and only his 2nd ever start in the Spectrum Cup Series. And he's going to be a part of the Universal Orlando Cup Series this season. So that's going to be interesting to see how that's going to go. But regardless, we mentioned our top 10. Just rest your full finishing results. Looking through, Cole Deaver almost had that win, but fell to 10th as mentioned. Looking on through, 35 cars finished on the lead lap. Zorlin finished 36th last car on the track. Moore, Smart, Bishop, Cologne, Davis, and McIntyre all retired out of the race. So that's what it showed from there. Thank you guys for watching. If you like, be sure to give it a like, comment, thoughts, subscribe, part of the channel, and subscribe down below. You've been watching Production of the NNSCRA, offline racing at its best. Congrats to Ace Wild on his first career win here at Atlanta in the NNSCRA Spectrum Cup Series. Until then, goodbye everybody from Atlanta. We'll see you for Auto Club next race. Until then, goodbye everybody.